the West Coast Conference Tournament in Las Vegas, Nevada. You're watching ESPN's coverage of Champ Week, presented by Principal. We are at the Orleans Arena as the Gonzaga Bulldogs look for their 6th straight West Coast Conference Tournament title, and their quest begins against the 8th seed Loyola Marymount Lions. Welcome inside the Orleans Arena, everybody. We show you the West Coast Conference Tournament brackets and how we got here. Loyola Marymount had to knock off Portland to now face Gonzaga. San Francisco advances to the semis, and they will take on the winner of this game. St. Mary's and Pepperdine will be right after this game. As soon as Gonzaga and LMU wrap it up, that's Karan Butler. I'm Eric Rothman, and we welcome you here. And Karan, this is an era of dominance for Gonzaga, and I mentioned the titles they've won. They've been to the finals every year that Mark Few has been the head coach, and it looks like they're on their way to another one.
Yeah, you know what? The WCC tournament almost became the Gonzaga Invitational. And you see the way that they just display their dominance night in and night out through the course of the year, and they prepare themselves for this marathon stretch right here of the tournament. It's amazing to watch.
LMU had to play Portland. They won last night. It was a close game, and they got a huge outing from James Bateman.
And, you know, the fellow cheesehead, the Wisconsin native, what I love about this kid's game is, you know, you saw him going downhill right there with the ball in the left hand, making shots on the perimeter. He's the head of the snake, showing his versatility. As he go, they go. 29 points in the opening. Wow, amazing performance.
LMU has won 3 in a row. They were down 15 at the half against Portland before coming back and winning that game. This is Gonzaga's first game here in the tournament. They are coming off a win last weekend at BYU. And so we'll see if there's any rust here on the Gonzaga Bulldogs, having taken a week off, but they have a home crowd here at the Orleans Arena.
Yeah, they packed in this place. You know, you see the Zags all over.
No rust there. Zach Norvell, newcomer of the year in the West Coast Conference. Backdoor cut off the feed from Jonathan Williams to start things off, and Williams has averaged a double-double, 14 and 10 over his last 9 games. Maybe looking to add assists to those 2 categories. It's an 11 and 19 record for LMU, 5 and 13 in conference this season. These 2 teams met twice. Gonzaga victorious in both occurrences. As you look at Mike Dunlap, his 4th season as head coach for LMU. And he has been able to increase the win total every year for the Lions. Not going to be able to do it this year, but it's a very young team for LMU, 10 underclassmen. And so Dunlap's stockpiling those young assets for the future.
Definitely a young team, and he's going to need everyone, you know, from the first man to the last guy on the bench to get a quality win tonight.
Norvell, the offensive rebound. Good seal inside. Williams has his pocket picked. Jeffrey McClendon, who leads the West Coast Conference in steals, came up with his first of the night. Here is Bateman, a Milwaukee, Wisconsin native. Inside, Matthias Markusen missed everything, and now 4 on the shot clock. Bateman's got to get rid of it. 1 to let it fly, and a shot clock violation on LMU. 19th season for head coach Mark Few. It's another ho-hum West Coast Conference Coach of the Year, his 12th time winning that award. And this is a very deep and balanced Gonzaga team he has this year.
It really is. And, you know, we always talk about, you know, they never really rebuild. They just reload. And that's exactly what you see this season. 17 out of 18 WCC titles. The culture that's been created by Coach Mark Few has been second to none. The winningest coach in all of college basketball, Coach Mark Few.
Winningest active coach, not too shabby. And it's coming off a year they went to the NCAA Finals, and they're actually scoring more points per game than that team did last year. Averaging 85 points per game on offense this year, but giving up the 3 on the defensive end. That's Eric Johansson, the sophomore out of Sweden.
It's a real good shot by Johansson right there on the perimeter. You know, he didn't hesitate.
Nelson, the veteran, 3rd in wins all-time at Gonzaga with 121. He knows what it takes to get it done.
Listen, Nelson didn't hesitate either. You know, you saw him on the opposing end, you know, defensively gave up a shot opportunity and came right back and made up for it.
Johansson looking for back-to-back. Both you and I have gotten a chance to call quite a few Gonzaga games this year. What has stood out for you about Gonzaga and their run this season?
You know, it's so fun watching the Zags, you know, from the shoot-around to the preparation of just them getting ready for every game and the communication. I always say, you know, no noise is a sign of a bad team. And they're the noisiest group of guys in the shoot-around. They're talking, they're communicating. They're doing half-court games, full-court length shots. Coach Few is participating. Everyone, like, this, the camaraderie of these guys, it's no secret why they've been successful over the years.
Not to mention the mosh pit that Zach Norvell leads at the end of every practice. That I'm not sure how he doesn't get lightheaded leading that thing. Matthias Markusson, the other sophomore from Sweden. He gets the lay-in and ties things up at 5. And a foul on the floor. Markusson and Johansson, playing from Sweden, actually didn't know each other growing up. But we're aware that they had both had committed to LMU and going on the journey together.
When you've seen the bucket, the basket just made by LMU.
3 in the corner by Zach Norvell.
And you see the transition by the Zags. They don't sit around and let you celebrate too long. They take the ball out, they push it up the court. The 5-man dives to the paint. The wing guys run the lane. You know, they're just an oiled machine on the offensive end. And defensively, they protect the paint and shrink the floor as much as possible, giving you less real estate to operate with.
Johansson, deep 3, too long. Nelson and Norvell have been the 2 scorers so far for the Zags. As Williams, after the steal by Markusson, Norvell open. Cameron Allen rattles in the 3 for the Lions.
You know what's been even more impressive over the years, watching the Zags? They understand that they got a huge target on their back, and they're going to get everyone's best effort night in and night out.
LMU is giving the effort here. Another turnover on the Zags. That's number 4. LMU actually leads the West Coast Conference in forced turnovers per game at 13. So they're already a quarter of the way there. Dead on the shot clock. Here's Eli Scott. Great energy so far from LMU.
Really is. And Scott, you know, even though he missed that shot right there, seeing him operate, you know, from 12 on in, he has a heck of a one-on-one game.
It's a nice one-on-one move. A little baby jump hook floater by Jonathan Williams. I mentioned 14 and 10 over his last 9 games. And he has been that anchor down low for the 7th-ranked team in the nation.
Remains consistent. Eric, you know, he always finds a way to get to his strength. You'll never see him playing outside of himself, especially in this system.
Scott gets inside. Good defense by Killian Tilly. Extra pass had a little bit too much mustard for Melson to handle out of bounds.
Yeah, you thought that right there should have been a chest pass. Bounce pass, kind of just, you know, mistimed and it went out of bounds.
Jonathan Williams gets on the board for the Gonzaga Bulldogs, and it's an early lead for the number 1 seed.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Investments, retirement, insurance.
LMU keeping pace early on with Gonzaga, a 10-8 score here at the Orleans Arena, the quarterfinals of the West Coast Conference Tournament. West Coast Conference awards were announced this week. Jock Landale, Player of the Year. And you see Zach Norvell Jr., Newcomer of the Year, Mark Few, Coach of the Year. And then also Rui Hachimura, Josh Perkins, and Jonathan Williams, first team all-conference for the Zags.
You know, none of that surprises me. You know, obviously Coach Few winning Coach of the Year again, and you see Norvell right there, Newcomer of the Year. He's a streaky guy, left-handed, out of Chicago, Illinois. I love what he brings to the table. You know, consistency and being that spark that's much needed.
The Zags are riding an 11-game winning streak. The winner of this one will play the University of San Francisco, who knocked off Pacific in overtime right before this game. Shimmy shake by Zafir Williams, the freshman out of Long Beach, California. 6 freshmen on the roster, 4 sophomores for Mike Dunlap at LMU.
Was anybody surprised that Jock Landale got Player of the Year?
No.
I mean, I wasn't.
We're in Vegas. I think you would have had pretty safe money if you would have bet Jock Landale Player of the Year. Williams is fouled going up. The foul will be on Zafir Williams. And Rui Hachimura has checked into the game, so all 3 of the first team all-conference guys for the Zags are out on the floor right now. What does it mean for Gonzaga to have a guy like Hachimura come off the bench and pair him with Jonathan Williams down low?
Listen, I was in awe when I saw, Rui Hachimura, in shoot-around. Seeing him out there and just the athleticism that he possesses. It's going to be interesting to see what happened to this kid, going forward. And, I wouldn't be surprised if you see him in the association next year. People are raving about his ability and what he brings to the table.
It's a great front court combo that Coach View has with Hachimura, who leads the team in scoring in West Coast Conference play, and Williams, who has been a double-double machine this season.
They complement each other so well, all of them. From Perkins to Williams, you see the scoring, you see them operate in their respective areas. I love it.
A leader by Cameron Allen, junior college transfer, played at Pensacola State in Florida before coming to LMU. And a 3-second violation on the inside against the Zags. That's another turnover, number 6.
Speaking of Allen, he looked really comfortable out there. Handling the ball, coming off, pick and rolls on the isolation situation. Even though he's not scoring every time, he looks really comfortable with the ball and what he's going to do with it.
For as young as LMU is, they seem to be a very composed basketball team.
Yeah, they really are, and they know where their scoring and creativity is going to come from.
It's going to come from that man right there. A 4-point play opportunity for James Bateman.
And as you can see right here, Bateman, as we would say on the parks, he's introducing them to hip-hop. He got them rocking left to right, get enough airspace, enough real estate to get that shot off. And, just a late foul, excellent follow-through by Bateman.
So Bateman, you see 5th in the conference in points per game. Now LMU here in the first half, 3 for 5 from 3, with Bateman having his first one there. And this was actually the recipe for first half success when Gonzaga traveled to LMU. Gonzaga was able to blow it out in the second half, but the Lions stuck with Gonzaga in the first half because Stephen Haney was raining in threes. So we'll see how long LMU can keep it up here tonight.
Yeah, in the association, it's a game of runs, it's a game of quarters. Obviously, in college basketball, it's the same way. It's a game of runs, and you want to, limit the opportunities as much as possible. And in the first half, you want to keep it relatively even, for the first half, and then let the chips fall where they may. You have a fighter's chance.
Hachimura, then Bateman, both missing the lay-in. Nelson lost it going up. And now LMU has numbers, 3 on 2. Eli Scott. Williams denies him.
Williams did an excellent job on defense of just going straight up 12 o'clock, not getting the foul on that possession.
Hachimura fighting for the offensive rebound and a held ball possession in favor of Loyola Marymount. And I think Jonathan Williams got poked in the eye. He's going to go to the bench. Might have lost a contact. So Tilley and Norvell check back in. He was able to find it. That's pretty impressive.
Real impressive. He knew exactly, where it fell out at, and he put it on his fingertips and brought it to the bench with him.
Hopefully he's got a backup pair in case that one's a little dirty. Well, you're 12 minutes to play here in the first half, excuse me. Got me talking about quarters in the NBA.
It's all relative.
Eric Rothman, Karan Butler here with you. LMU a 2-point lead and another Gonzaga turnover. That's number 7. LMU barely hanging on to the basketball. Bateman nowhere to go. Seated on the floor, and he calls a timeout.
tough play right there. Hachimura, you know, you want to seal the defender off so you can get that offensive possession.
The LMU defense has been swarming, and their offense has them up by 2. The feisty LMU Lions on top of the Gonzaga Bulldogs, 13-11, nearing the midway point of the first half here in the quarterfinals of the West Coast Conference Tournament. Our NBA Sunday matchup features some of the association's brightest young stars and teams with Eastern Conference playoff hopes. Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and the Sixers take on the Greek Freak and the Bucks. Our coverage tips with NBA Countdown at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. So 4 steals already by LMU's defense. They've turned Gonzaga over 7 times, and it's defense leading to offense so far for the Lions.
You have to be solid on the defensive end. You cannot rely on your offense. That's something that you can control. Your effort, your energy, your defensive effort, having the right disposition on that end, you definitely can control that.
Hand check foul on the inside will be against LMU as Rui Hachimura was driving. So what does Gonzaga need to do on the offensive end to limit these turnovers?
And, you know, execution is key. You know, that's what they thrive on. That's why they're so good and have been so good, because they have a winning culture that everybody believes in, and they share the ball, equal opportunity offense. And they have to continue to do that if they want to be successful in the offensive end and get some things going.
Bateman fires another 3. You mentioned sharing the ball. They have 5 players averaging double figures this season. Any one of them can go off at any given moment, but so far through nearly 10 minutes here tonight, still waiting.
They usually do it by committee, though, Eric.
Yeah.
You know, they do it by committee. They play it great together and off of one another. You know, they're not top heavy or anything like that by any standards.
We have been scoreless on both sides for the last 2.5 minutes. As a hand check foul, I believe will be on Corey Kispert. So the Zags haven't scored in 3 minutes and change. LMU hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes.
Good to see Williams back.
Jonathan Williams has replaced his contact lens and immediately forces a turnover. Went off the fingertips of Marcusson. Good job by Williams to get inside.
Came in immediately and had an impact on the game.
Kispert with his left. The Zags now 4 for 12 from the floor. Perkins, Kispert, Tilly, Hachimura, all scoreless so far for the Bulldogs. Four on the shot clock. Bateman had his heels nearly on the sideline. Offensive rebound for Marcusson. LMU is shooting 29% from the floor, and they're up by 2. Speaks to the anemic offense both of these teams have had here in the first half. Williams backing in on Tilly. Kispert. And credit LMU not giving Gonzaga second chances.
You know, this game still favors the Zags because they've been in enough big games and been in enough big moments and big stages where shots haven't gone well for them. And as you touched on, you know, the Lions is a young team. You know, they're learning how to win and win on the fly. And, you know, this is a big hurdle to get over.
A foul as James Bateman was going up. So Bateman will go back to the free throw line, and we'll see if we get our first point scored in the last 4 minutes. It's been at 13-11 for quite some time.
I love the heart of the young Lions, though, this competing. You know, getting in there, getting into the paint, fighting hard for possessions. Defensively making it really hard for the Zags.
And one thing we talked about, the three-point shot, maybe able to keep it, the LMU Lions in on the offensive end. But when it comes to the other side of things, right now they're winning the rebounding battle, and they have not allowed any second chance points for Gonzaga. So if you limit the Zags to one opportunity and you keep their possessions at a minimum, maybe you can hang around.
And how difficult that would be. You know, you can see that happening for stretches of a game or even a half. But to be able to do that for 2 halves, you know, takes a ton of focus, a ton of sacrifice, and guys clicking and being on the same page.
Well, it's taken nearly 5 minutes, but it's a 7-0 run for LMU, if you can remember back that far. Perkins looking for his first bucket. He gets it from the elbow.
And Eric, they usually feed off his energy. When he makes shots and as he go, you know, other guys starting to get the going because, you know, they got to play him differently in the pick and roll situations, which open up perimeter shots and opportunities for other guys.
Marcusson was calling for it, came up short. Tilly wants to push the pace. Killian Tilly, the rim run, no. And another rebound by LMU. Gonzaga 1 for their last 9 from the floor. McClendon the drive, Williams the swat. 4-on-3 now for the Zags. Norvell, offensive foul.
Excellent job by Scott right there, just coming over and sacrificing his body for the better good of the team.
Second foul on Zach Norvell. Jonathan Williams on the defensive end. Got his fingertips on it. Gonzaga couldn't capitalize. Norvell, the offensive foul. They trail LMU by 2.
Do you believe in second chances?
Walker, Cardi, and Campbell!
Well, here is the new beginning.
Knocked out the shot clock. Are you serious?
Champ Week, presented by Principal on ESPN.
I think you can consider Las Vegas the hub of Champ Week, as LMU on top of Gonzaga by 2, the West Coast Conference Tournament. One of 4 Champ Week tournaments to be held here in the Sin City. We take a look at the brackets for the West Coast Conference, and the winner of this game in the quarterfinals will face San Francisco, who knocked off Pacific in overtime. And then immediately following our game, St. Mary's and Pepperdine will square off, the winner to take on BYU. A big win for BYU over San Diego.
You know, BYU is going to be an interesting team to play against because they have all the components to be successful in the tournament play. And any given night, obviously things can go wrong, as you see for the Zags right now, having cold shooting. And anybody can be taken down.
Eric Rothman, Karan Butler here with you at the Orleans Arena. Gonzaga 1 for their last 9. Neither team shooting particularly well from the floor. As an offensive rebound by Matthias Marcusson. And a foul underneath on Josh Perkins, his second. And Karan, I'll mention it again, but LMU up by 2. They are 22% from the floor shooting. Gonzaga not a whole lot better at 33%. But LMU has gotten themselves more opportunities, 7 more field goal attempts so far than the Zags.
Really have. They're just playing within themselves, and, you know, guys are really maximizing the opportunities that they're given. And, you know, it's a fun game to be in if you're a basketball player that loves competition and want to be in the moment and on the big stage. You're playing the Zags in Las Vegas. Eric C. Butler on the sideline. Come on, man. Like, this is what it's all about. ESPN? Don't get no better than that.
That's right. Here's Bateman dancing around. Hachimura got in front of him. Bateman traveled. The 5th turnover on LMU.
scary team to play is the Dons.
That's right.
Ferrari is just balling.
McClendon, another steal for the league's leader. And McClendon has been able to convert on both of his steals so far. Quick points for LMU. So McClendon has 3 steals.
Did a really good job of poking that ball and getting it in front of him where he didn't have to break a stride at all. As you can see right here, just getting a deflection, you know, jumping into the gap.
Might have a future as a defensive back in the NFL in case he wants to jump some routes. The NFL Combine going on right now if he wants to jet out to Indianapolis.
I love to see him in the 40.
Williams touch shot, no. Tilley the putback. And that ends a 2.5-minute scoreless drought for the Zags.
Tilley did an excellent job of just staying with it. Staying in the paint, utilizing his sides and his athleticism and getting his hand on it. The easy putback.
Cameron Allen goes off the glass.
You see, as we touched upon that earlier in this game, he just looks so comfortable with the basketball in his hand, and he has a certain flow and rhythm to him when he's dribbling.
Williams spinning baseline, rejected underneath. Ball popped right back to him. Tilley for 3. That one rattles home.
That's winning basketball right there. I played with so many guys in the course of my career. Williams did that where he got the block, recovered the ball. Usually an offensive player will try to go back because of foolish pride, but he kicks it out to Tilley, and Tilley just drains the 3 on the perimeter.
Zags trailing by 1. Nice post move with the left hand, Matthias Markusson. Played for Sweden's U20 team at the Euro Championships before coming over to LMU. Williams doesn't shoot a ton of those. Ball batted around. Kispert the offensive rebound. Now Tilley again. Back to back for Killian Tilley.
But he does.
Gonzaga 4 for 8 from 3, and we had talked about how well LMU was doing limiting the second chance points for Gonzaga. Well, they just got 6 straight. Eli Scott. Offensive foul. It was either going to be a travel or a foul, and Scott called for pushing off.
It was the right call right there. Scott still arguing it, but you see, you know, with Williams retrieving the ball, throwing the ball out to Tilley, and it's draining. He's draining the 3 right there, and then once again getting his feet set. It's cash.
The Gonzaga offense coming alive here late in the first half. Tied up with LMU, quarterfinals of the West Coast Conference Tournament. Karan, Killian Tilley has done it single-handedly.
Yeah, he really has. And you see the putback right there, working his way on the perimeter with the kick out from Williams, splash. And then once he got his groove going right there, he worked his way from the same exact spot. He's in the flow now.
It's 8 straight games with a 3-pointer for Killian Tilley. And for a guy who's 6'10", who kind of plays inside outside, he's shot 47% from 3 in conference play this season. That's second best in the entire West Coast Conference.
It's a word to the wise for all the youngins out there. When you have a struggling with your outside shot, you can't get it going, you get an easy one. And that's what Tilley did, you know, scoring in the paint, and then he worked his way outside, and now he's rolling.
8 on the shot clock. Hachimura was planted down low, and he's fouled. Zafir Williams not too happy about it, nor is head coach Mike Dunlap.
I can see a replay on that, Eric.
Got the elbow.
Ooh, yeah,
Tough from that angle.
Tough
from that angle.
Here's Johnny. I don't know about that one.
Zafir Williams, that's his second. Hachimura at the free throw line, an excellent free throw shooter, 84%. And just a raw talent. And how about for a second year in a row for Gonzaga, having arguably the best sixth man in the entire conference. Last year it was Zach Collins. This year, Rui Hachimura coming off the bench.
Well, you need someone to balance that group, that second unit. And they're so deep, and guys know exactly what they're supposed to do when they come in. There's no drop-off.
Cameron Allen, who's leading scorer for LMU, missing the runner. First time Gonzaga has led since 3 minutes into this ball game. Hachimura corrals the loose ball. That time it was a clean block on Hachimura. McClendon got on the inside, a scrum underneath, and somehow Williams has the ball pop right into his breadbasket for the dunk.
And that's Tilly again, you know, making shots and now doing the little big things, what we call them. Hustle plays, getting on the floor, momentum changers in a ball game. Getting Jonathan Williams an easy shot.
And now 8 second chance points for the Zags. Three on the shot clock. Allen caught in the air. Marcusson has to get rid of it. The prayer from the free throw line.
He shot that with his eyes closed.
Well, nonetheless, it went in.
Somebody taught him well, though. When you make a shot like that, you just act like that's what you meant to do.
He was trying to go for the Dirk. the 1 foot fadeaway. Marcusson now with 6 points. LMU not going away, under 2 minutes to play here in the first. Tilly cutting. Marcusson the block. Bateman throws it off the glass. Williams fighting for it. Marcusson another offensive rebound, and he'll go to the line.
You see Tilly right here, you know, not assuming anything, getting down there on the floor. 2 Lions on the floor with him. Tilly comes up with the ball and dumps it off to Williams for the strong finish.
Some sweet chin music by Tilly, kicking the face of Marcusson while he was on the floor, as Marcusson on the other end draws the foul. Marcusson has been excellent here in the first half. Doesn't have a ton of mobility, just has been in the right place and right time for LMU.
Definitely has. You know, on the defensive end, you saw that possession down there. I think Rui Hachimura thought it was a hit and run. He was asking, did anybody get the number of that license plate?
8 points, 4 rebounds for Marcusson as LMU reclaims the lead. 1:24 to go in the half. Williams lost it. It's another steal for McClendon, his 4th. Donald Gibson for 3 off the bench. A 7-0 run for the Lions.
They're playing with a lot of spirit in this first half.
Kispert the answer for the Zags.
Eric, the energy in this place is crazy right now.
Well, considering the first 12 minutes we had no offense to speak of, this Vegas crowd wanted to wake up. Most of this crowd making the trip from Spokane, a very Gonzaga-heavy building here tonight.
Really like that matchup right there.
It's a foul on the drive against Silas Nelson. The 7th team foul on the Bulldogs. So it will be a shooting foul for James Bateman on the bonus. For the 33rd year, ESPN Champ Week continues tomorrow with 4 women's titles game. The ACC Championship game is at 2 p.m. Eastern, the SEC at 4:30, Big Ten at 7, and then the Pac-12 at 9 Eastern. all right here on ESPN2, and you can watch them live on the ESPN app. That's a full day of women's college basketball on ESPN2. That'll be fantastic. Final 14 seconds here of the first half. LMU clinging to a 1-point lead. Shot clock turned off. Perkins driving. He's fouled. It's been a slow offensive start for Josh Perkins. Just 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting here in the first half. But now with both teams in the bonus, Perkins to the free throw line.
You think on all the big games and all the big stages that he's been on, I think the last thing that he lacks is confidence and knowing where his opportunity is going to come from. And he's going to make the necessary adjustments in halftime. Coach Few is going to do an excellent job of getting all those guys in position where they can be effective and, successful.
Leads the West Coast Conference in three-pointers. 0 for 2, and this one misses the free throw. Killian Tilly capping off a fantastic personal first half for him with the offensive rebound and the putback. Cameron Allen's 3 at the buzzer is not there, but Killian Tilly with 10 points, putting Gonzaga on top by 1 as we head to the half here in Vegas. Our score 29-28. The number 1 seed, Gonzaga Bulldogs, on top of LMU. Now let's get you to the studio and join John Dalen and LaFonso. Gentlemen. From Las Vegas, Nevada, and the Orleans Arena, you're watching ESPN's coverage of Champ Week, presented by Principal. Gonzaga, a slim 1-point lead over LMU as we get set to start the second half quarterfinal action of the West Coast Conference Tournament. That's Karan Butler. I'm Eric Rothman, and Karan, really LMU on defense, keeping them in this game and forcing 10 turnovers for the Zags.
Yeah, been real resilient on the defensive end, and it results to a lot of turnovers by the Zags, and something that you're not accustomed to seeing with them being, so sound on the offensive end and playing, together and knowing each other so well. But you see, not getting into the body of the defenders, seeing the steal right there, resulting into fast break opportunity for the Lions, and they're taking full advantage of it.
Gonzaga averages 11 turnovers per game on the season. They already have 10. As you see, LMU got 11 points off of those 10 turnovers. I'm sure Coach Mike Dunlap would have wanted a little bit more, but it's no surprise LMU leads the West Coast Conference in forced turnovers per game at 13. They have the conference's leading steals getter in Jeffrey McClendon. And we'll see if their defensive intensity can continue here in the second half. Well, through one possession, it did not, as Williams gets the big slam for the Zags.
I think Scott did an excellent job right there on that possession defensively, thinking about his future on social media. They try to go up there and contest that shot.
Eric Johansson starts off the second with a three-pointer for the Lions. LMU 5 of 11 from 3. Gonzaga 5 of 10. West Coast Conference Newcomer of the Year, Zach Norvell, feeds Jonathan Williams, who was fouled going up.
Hey, look at the motion. The quick passes. Guys are slipping screens. Excellent finish right there by Williams. Just going up, finishing strong with his strong hand. And now he's at the foul line right now, for 2.
And he has just been so steady all season. He's already got now 8 points and 7 rebounds. He had a 6-game streak where he had a double-double in every game. It was broken in a game where he had only 9 rebounds, but over the last 9 games, averaging 14 and 10, first team all-conference, and not the most vocal guy, but leads by example, and he's always consistent game in and game out.
I think a lot of guys don't really realize how hard it is to be consistent on a winning team night in and night out, getting everyone's best effort, and that's exactly what you see with Jonathan Williams.
Norvell.
Watch your head.
Excellent job by Williams to watch the defenders fly by. The patience for Jonathan Williams.
And that's what I'm accustomed to seeing, from Jonathan Williams. He never really gets outside of himself, which I touched on earlier. He just plays within his strengths, and that's exactly what's needed for this team to be good.
Bateman has the second triple of the half for the Lions.
Talking about playing within their strengths. Bateman, a guy that scored 29 points in the opener of this tournament, and now he's just picking up where he left off, you know, stroking the ball extremely well on the perimeter. And he possesses a unique ability of creating opportunities for himself and others off the dribble.
Norvell looking to respond, and he does. Zach Norvell, the redshirt freshman.
Eric, we're going to have to put some respect on his name when we talk about Norvell, you know, newcomer of the year.
That's right. He's got accolades now. He's got badges.
Yeah, he got credentials.
Each team with 6 3-pointers as Bateman pushes off Melson. No whistle. As Bateman was left alone, 10 points now for him.
Little Wesley Johnson action right there.
Poor Wesley.
And you know, he's going to see that for the rest of his life. You go to the basketball library and the archives, you can't tell the story of James Harden without mentioning that move right there. So he's going to be mentioned forever.
As a Syracuse guy, I felt bad for Wesley Johnson. But as somebody put it into perspective, as I was talking to them the day after, I would take a couple $1 million to fall down like that. So if he wants to trade places, I'm willing to get embarrassed by James Harden.
Yeah, all you got to do is get on that island with him, and he's going to introduce you to some things.
That's right. I'll take a paycheck for that. Williams spinning. Markison stayed in front of him, but it wasn't good enough.
Wow. As soon as that ball left his fingertips, he said, let's go. He already knew that it was going in, and that's just being consistent and working on his craft. He knows his game.
That one rattles in. Another jump shot for James Bateman, as Bateman and Jonathan Williams have been nonstop back and forth here to start the second.
Eric, we talked about the versatility of Bateman, and he's going to, you know, make shots on the perimeter. You saw him handling the ball. Good defense by the Lions right here. You know, not rushing. If they can get control of the ball.
5th steal of the night for Jeffrey McClendon. The Bluebirds come out from the Gonzaga fans. Bateman weaving inside. He beat every white jersey in front of him. A foul on the floor the other way will be on Bateman.
This is one heck of a move, as you see, you know, him weaving. You know, this is something that's practiced in the summer over and over and over again. He's not playing against cones right here. He's playing against live bodies and real activity, and finishing on over the defender and Jonathan Williams.
It's like a driver's license test.
Wow.
Going through the cones. Bateman is up to 14. He's got 9 points through 3.5 minutes here in the second half. Tilly faces up on McClendon for the jump floater. And Tilly now with a dozen to put Gonzaga back up by 1.
Really solid move by Tilly, not wasting any time. You know, offensively, catching the ball, knowing exactly what he wanted to do, getting to a strong hand and going over the top of the defender.
Four on the shot clock now for Bateman. Got double teamed. Tilly swiped it away. Now the big man wants to run. Williams up ahead to Perkins. Lost it out of bounds. It will stay with Gonzaga. And a timeout on the floor. Jonathan Williams has 7 of his 12 points through 4 minutes here in the second half. Beginning the second with authority and has Gonzaga up by 1. One-point advantage for the Zags, but Karan, for LMU, James Bateman has turned it on here in the second half, has 9 of the team's 12 second-half points.
And we said, as he go, they go. And you see the perimeter shot right here, scoring in so many different ways. Skirt, seeing the defender fall down, stepping back, getting the real estate to shoot the shot. And then once again, shooting over a taller Tillman right there on that possession. And then bobbing and weaving through the traffic, going over the length of Jonathan Williams. He possessed all the tools to be the leader that he's doing.
1 for 7 in that first half, 4 of 5 through 4 minutes and change here in the second half, coming off a performance last night against Portland where he had 29 points in the victory.
And he's in his bag right now.
That's right. Off the ball foul is going to be underneath on Zafir Williams, the freshman. That's his third. The winner of this game will take on University of San Francisco in the semifinals on Monday. Our final quarterfinal game of the West Coast Conference Tournament will be right after this one on ESPN2, St. Mary's and Pepperdine, as Jonathan Williams continues his assault here in the second half.
And what was amazing about that possession is that he recognized that he had a smaller defender on him, and then he saw Scott coming over. Scott is actually coming over on the baseline. He turns immediately as he see him rotate and go right to the middle. He's looking, and he goes. You can fill him out. Go right to a strong hand and finish for the easy 2.
Williams is going for the cookies. The cookie jar had been closed. 9 points in the second half for Williams, 14 and 7 total. It's the largest lead Gonzaga has had in this game, 3 points. They had a 3-point lead early in the first, back out to 3 now. Eli Scott missing the mid-range jumper. And Matthias Markussen called for the over-the-back foul, going up for the rebound.
That definitely was over and back right there on that possession. Offensively for the Lions, you want to see Scott get going somehow, some way. You saw an isolation play right there where he settled for the jumper. You know, with his body and his frame, he should try to get something going and get it in the paint.
Williams, a huge jump stop. Markussen fouls him from behind. It's going to be the 4th foul on Matthias Markussen, who was great in that first half, but it's going to be limited minutes here with this foul trouble.
You give up so much size when Markussen goes to the bench. Clearly fouled him right there on that possession. And Williams he's so mobile offensively where he's putting you in a bad situation, and Markussen's doing the best that he can. But from a mobile standpoint, he cannot keep up with Williams.
So Markussen will head to the bench. 5 fouls in the half already on LMU. Gonzaga 0. So they make that 6 fouls. So 1 away from the bonus already. Still 15 minutes to play in this ballgame.
I expect to see a lot of points at the free throw line real soon.
There's a shot from the free throw line as Cameron Allen was fading away. Offensive foul, Norvell pushed off on McClendon. Gonzaga not happy about it. And Zach Norvell looks very confused.
McClendon don't mind sticking his nose in situations, and as you saw right there, Norvell did get him with the off arm just a bit.
You have to know McClendon is going for the steal every time down the floor. That's his MO.
I love that he's not afraid to guard the best players in, you know, the isolation moments where things can end up really bad if you're a defender.
The whistles keep coming. Do have a correction. Matthias Markussen actually has 3 fouls, so he's on the bench with 3. Zach Norvell just picked up his 3rd, and he heads to the bench. And now Silas Melson picks up his 3rd. So a trio in the ball game with 3 fouls. Gonzaga up by 4. Zafir Williams for 3. They left him all alone.
That's a really good pass right there. Creativity by Bateman, understanding that he drew so much attention when he went to the basket, and is finding the open guy and knocking down the shot.
First points in the last 2 minutes for LMU. The freshman, Kispert, had McClendon up in his grill, and McClendon called for the foul. Zafir Williams, the 3 on the last play. LMU 7 for 13 from 3.
And Williams just, you know, stepped right into it. And what is that, a bow and arrow?
That's right.
Okay.
They call that the Legolas.
I like it. Seen that somewhere.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, maybe. So Kispert at the free throw line. Another stud freshmen for Gonzaga, and Kispert and Zach Norvell. Having these guys around as freshmen and being around for the next couple of years, it's a pretty athletic backcourt in the coming years for Coach Mark Few.
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, you got guys that's committed to winning and understand, you know, the culture and what it's all about. And this is going to be excellent going forward for these guys. Like we touched on, they never rebuild, they just reload.
Bateman, baseline, double team. Great defense by the Zags. 5 on the shot clock for McClendon. No whistle on the contact underneath. Here comes Hachimura with the left. And the tip follow slam by Jonathan Williams.
And that's why you don't assume anything. You know, you trail guys down, and you saw Hachimura go to the basket, and Williams just did an excellent job of just not assuming anything. Following up the offensive play by Hachimura and just finishing. The ball was out the cylinder, as you can see. Perfect timing.
Gonzaga Bulldogs head to the bench, pumping up their fans here as the Zags are up by 5 in Vegas. Quarterfinals of the West Coast Conference Tournament. Gonzaga, the #1 seed, on top by 5. 13 minutes to play here in the second half. And it's time for us for Going Gold, brought to you by Axe, where we take a look at the monster second half, Karan, for Jonathan Williams.
Yeah, you just see the versatility of Jonathan Williams. And like we said, he's never playing outside of himself. Majority of his points coming into the paint. I love when he's rolling, get to the strong left hand, following up shots, get to that jump hook, finishing, and as he go, they also go.
12 points on a perfect 5 of 5 shooting here in the second half for Jonathan Williams. He's also 1 rebound shy of a double-double.
Sound like a typical night in the office.
Bateman the runner. Second chance opportunity for the Lions after a long rebound. And a hand check foul up top. Maybe on Josh Perkins. It's been a frustrating night for him. Just 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting for the first team all-conference guard out of Park Hill, Colorado. Eric Rothman, Karan Butler, the West Coast Conference Tournament quarterfinals. The 3rd quarterfinal game of the day, the 4th one coming up, St. Mary's and Pepperdine. We'll have that one for you immediately following Gonzaga and LMU, as James Bateman, nobody really wanted to work on defense in that possession.
You saw a lot of reaching and stabbing on defense, and that was just a grown man move.
McClendon got his hands in again. Nelson, the loose ball pickup, and he drains the 3.
Definitely more than capable. And they're going to need his, you know, shot-making abilities from the perimeter for the duration of this half.
Gonzaga 7 for 12 from 3, and another foul on Perkins as he trots to the bench in frustration. A 6-point lead for his Gonzaga Bulldogs as Melson buries his 2nd triple. For the 33rd year, ESPN Champ Week continues tomorrow with 4 women's title games. The ACC Championship game is at 2 Eastern, the SEC at 4:30, and the Big Ten at 7, and the Pac-12 at 9 Eastern, all right here on ESPN2. And as always, live on the ESPN app. Gonzaga Bulldogs up by 6. The foul before the break was on Rui Hachimura, not on Josh Perkins. Gotten a little whistle happy here in the second half. 7 fouls on the Lions, 4 on the Bulldogs. It's LMU basketball trailing, 12 minutes to play in regulation.
No, it's not no real moral victories in competition, but
Look at that roll. It's a victory over gravity for Eric Johansson.
Say that again. And if I'm the Lions, I'm feeling real good just about the way we came in here and competed tonight.
The game's far from over with LMU down by 3. As a foul on the trap as Norvell was caught in the corner. Johansson called for the personal. Norvell to the free throw line with his 8 points. His first trip to the line tonight. And so Gonzaga will be in the bonus for the remainder of this ball game. Step back for James Bateman. Norvell in transition, beat everybody down the floor, caught LMU sleeping.
It's a clear case of an offensive guy not having a lack of confidence. Just missing his free throw attempt right there, coming back, not being gun shy, getting out in transition, going straight to the corner and following through on a deep 3 and connecting.
Plenty of words you could use to describe Zach Norvell. I don't think gun shy is one of them. And one underneath for Eli Scott.
Much needed bucket right there by Scott. When we're talking about the flow and transition, he's going right to the corner and just getting an open look and following through on the shot. And then you see Scott, delivering on this end with the answer for 2 with a chance to connect for a free throw.
They called that foul on Zach Norvell. And that is the 4th foul on Norvell as you take a look at Eli Scott, who is the freshman from Chino Hills. Was teammates with the Ball brothers, actually lived at their house for a couple of years. It's been an interesting house to grow up in.
Yeah, they talked about, LeVar Ball as being such a great mentor to him and for him, throughout the years. And I know he get a bad reputation for whatever reason, but to hear stories like that, you need more people like that in the community.
Another triple for Killian Tilly, his 3rd of the game. The hook from Zafir Williams not there. Now Perkins wants to push the pace. Gonzaga fans making noise. Nelson missing the 3. Hachimura on the offensive glass with the reset. Rui the drive and the finish with the left.
And just like that, the momentum changes.
Rui Hachimura got the offensive rebound, charged the bucket, and it's a 9-point lead for the Zags. It's a 9-point lead, the biggest of the night for Gonzaga after the bucket right before the break by Rui Hachimura. Got the offensive glass, the reset, and just attacking the rim. And really, it's been the attacking nature of guys like Hachimura and especially Jonathan Williams here in the second half that have sparked the Bulldogs.
I mean, they're the true difference makers of this ball game. And, Williams going to be consistent. Perkins, a guy that's going to run and be the floor general out there on the court. But you need the others, the guys, to step in a major way on the offensive end and definitely on the defensive end as well.
No look, Perkins, Hachimura, double pump, Marcus in the block. And a foul to go against Gonzaga. It's on Hachimura. Talk about offensive success. We can't leave out Killian Tilly for Gonzaga, who's 15 points on 6 of 9 shooting has been key as well.
I thought his spark really, changed the momentum of this game. Talking about Tilly, I thought him and Williams, did an excellent job of keeping them afloat offensively and then just making the energy plays. I thought him diving on the ball on the floor and getting that possession was extremely important.
Foul up top is on Killian Tilly. That's his first. Gonzaga fans getting a little rowdy with this refereeing crew. Referees Mike Greenstein, Ken Diddy, and Klaus Endrasat. And you see Matthias Markussen, big number 14 for LMU, is back out for the Lions. And there was some confusion the last time he went out of the game. At first, the official stats had him at 4 fouls, then they took it down to 3. Now it's back up to 4. So Markussen stands in with those 4 fouls and those 8 points. So we'll see if that changes his intensity level down low coming off the bench.
So they had a little mix-up, huh?
I think so.
Seemed like they're getting ready for the Oscars.
So his fouls were La La Land?
Oh, I'm sorry. Moonlight.
So Bateman at the free throw line. You saw his stats. Another great night for him. 17 points. Coming off that 29-point performance in the win against Portland. The winner of this one will advance to take on the University of San Francisco, who knocked off Damon Stoudemire's Pacific Tigers in the game just before this one. And then St. Mary's Pepperdine next as Killian Tilly gives a little stare down to the fans as Tilly up to 17.
Scott once again making a great decision by not jumping as the rotator and defender on the back end of defense.
No shot, foul on the floor up top. We'll go against Gonzaga.
Look at Tilly, he's catching the ball right here. He's like, look, point of emphasis is I'm gonna throw this down. Whether you come over and rotate or not, this ball is going to the hole.
We've seen LMU play with quite a bit of intensity, especially in that first half, to stay in the game with the top-seeded Bulldogs. And it seems like on transition and now on the defensive end, starting to lose their legs a little bit.
They really are. Like, the rotations are a half step slow. The opportunities are more and more. And, you know, you can't continue to give a good team like the Zags all these free opportunities and real estate to, you know, operate and make things happen. Still a lot of time left in this ball game.
Plenty of time. Perkins, the drive, the lob to Hachimura as he steps over the defendant, Jeffrey McClendon.
Hachimura was so generous when he came down. He just stepped right over him and, you know, ran down the length of the floor without even looking at him.
2-3 zone on Gonzaga's side for defense. 5 on the shot clock. Bateman. Not exactly sure what planet he shot that one from, but it wasn't this one.
Shot that from Southwest parking lot. P1.
Got the steal, missed the runner. And 3 on 2. Hachimura now slows things down. Perkins still searching for his first 3. Tilly was calling for it. And a foul up top on Zafir Williams.
And you see the pick and roll action right there. Hachimura just going up for the strong 2. Look, Ma, no hands.
All right, thank you guys. Bracketology with Joe Lunardi. You heard about the UCLA-USC game. Well, Joe says the winner is in, the loser is out. So no pressure for the Bruins and the Trojans.
I mean, you think? Hope they're not watching right now. Well, I actually hope they are.
Baylor, Texas, Louisville, last 4 in, along with the winner of that game. Second half with USC on top. About 15 minutes to play. Right now, Gonzaga, no question that they're in. The question will be, where is their seeding? We've heard Joe Lunardi talking about Gonzaga's seeding and saying, you know, it might be a little bit of a higher seed than their fans might like. Not sure if they're going to make the first 2 lines or not. But regardless, this is a team built for the tournament. They're balanced, they have superior guard play and a lot of experience. Right now they have a 64-57 lead in the quarterfinals of the West Coast Conference Tournament. Eric Rothman, Karan Butler here with you in the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Allen lost it going up. Jonathan Williams scrum on the floor, and a held ball be in favor of Gonzaga. Excuse me, will be LMU ball. And right now you see Joe Lunardi has Gonzaga as a 5th seed and St. Mary's as a 9 seed. I can't believe that. A 5 seed, number 7 team in the nation.
It happens. It happens sometimes. But the most important thing is that, you know, they're not going to be able to sneak up on nobody because of, you know, the culture they created and their reputation.
Buzzer beater for James Bateman as the shot clock was expiring. 25 points now for James Bateman. And that is going to do it for Matthias Markussen. That will be his 5th. So Markussen, a slow walk back to the bench. No points in the second half for him, dealing with that foul trouble. And so LMU loses their biggest body in the front court.
He did his best. He did his best. He really did. You know, you saw him coming in and trying to play physical at the same time with foul trouble. It's tough to do because, you know, Williams is going to continue to come at you. And Markussen did an excellent job of just, you know, making it tough for him for as long as he could. But got caught in a bad situation right there and didn't want to give up the easy 2. So he chose to foul, and he had to watch the rest of this game sitting down like us.
All right, so Jonathan Williams now for a second time tonight has lost his contact. He gave it to one of the athletic trainers, so I think he's playing right now 1 contact in, 1 contact out. The monocle. Seems to be okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
So go up to the free throw line and just close the one bad eye.
Yeah, you know what? He's been doing this for so long at this point, probably been playing pretty much the majority of his life. He can go up there and just with a good feel of it know exactly where the basket is at.
Gonzaga is in the double bonus. Second one pops out for Williams, who has 18 points on 7 of 10 shooting and 9 rebounds. Still a 2-possession game, 6:40 to play here in the second half. Air ball by Zafir Williams as Gonzaga continues with that 2-3 zone defense.
Yeah, just a little strong right there by Williams.
Norvell is out there with 4 fouls, trapped in the corner. The foul on the floor, no basket, will be against LMU. Eli Scott, his 3rd personal, and Norvell to the free throw line, where he is an 84% free throw shooter, the newcomer of the year in the West Coast Conference after redshirting last season for head coach Mark Few. And Coach Few looking to get back to the West Coast Conference Finals. He has done it in all 18 years he has been at this tournament. They've won it 5 in a row, 16 titles overall.
That's just unheard of. You know, being able to be consistent, you know, in this space and in this conference where, you know, everyone is catching up and understanding exactly what you're going to run. The sets are the same, but it's a culture, it's a disposition, it's a mindset. You got to tip your hat off to the Zags organization.
Tie up inside, Nelson. That's his 4th. So now a couple guys in the backcourt for the Zags dealing with foul trouble. Norvell and Nelson both with 4 fouls. And then you have Josh Perkins, who has just not had much opportunity on the offensive end tonight. 1 of 3 shooting for just 2 points. So if the Zags, Karan, lose Norvell or Nelson here as the last 6 minutes in the second half, Perkins is going to need to start finding a shot a little bit more. Held ball will be in favor of the Zags.
You can see it after the release of the free throw. Bateman wish he could get that shot back. You know, he saw that it was a little long, went left. Now he's ready to pick up on the defensive end and try to, you know, get that possession back.
Anything particular you're seeing that has limited Perkins' options here tonight on the offensive end?
Yeah, I just think that, you know, sometimes it isn't your night from an offensive standpoint in the way that they're, you know, the defensive scheme of things. Where if they're jumping the pick and roll with you, and then Williams and Tilly and those guys are able to, you know, slip and get open.
Just like that, right on cue.
You have to play like that, and you have to have someone that's not selfish and willing enough to make the right play and continue to make the right pass and not worry about his or her numbers.
Hachimura, the rejection. 10-point lead for the Zags. They feed Williams inside. A 7-0 run for the Zags. Timeout taken by LMU. It's the largest lead of the night for Gonzaga.
Yeah, you see Hachimura, you know, not giving up on that possession on Bateman. And then getting the ball to Perkins, getting out into transition, and once again, finding Williams in the paint for the throwdown for 2. That's winning basketball right there.
Williams, 20 points. Tilly, 21 points. They have combined to go 16 of 22 from the floor. So you mentioned the defensive scheme has really limited the options for Josh Perkins, and it's because these guys have been open.
Yeah, and you don't want to have a guy that's, and he's poised enough to understand that, look, I have the ball in my hand, I'm going to create for my teammates. I'm going to get Williams the ball, I'm going to get Tilly the ball, and I'm okay with doing that because I'm a winner. I'm willing to sacrifice my game and my numbers for the better good of the team. And when you have guys that bought into a system like that, in a winning culture, you get winning results. And that's exactly what you see right now. He was the first guy in the center of the court getting the crowd up on their feet in Perkins. I love his leadership.
They've got some great upperclassmen in the backcourt. Perkins and Nelson. Guys that will do whatever it takes and be used in whatever role they need to get the W as they're up by 12 here. 5 minutes and change to go in the second half. We'll see if the LMU offense has one more run in them. They've been led all night by Bateman, who has 25 points. Allen, the crossover. Norvell, the southpaw for 3.
It's like they just continue to keep coming. They never get rattled. They continue to execute, whether they're making shots or missing shots. Defensively, they figure it out. And you see the adjustment here in the second half by the Zags.
10-0 run for the Zags. LMU scoreless for the last 2.5 minutes as Cameron Allen ends that drought. The Zags have hit their last 5 field goal attempts.
Much needed bucket right there by Allen, going downhill, not wasting any time, getting to the paint and making something happen.
They're going to catch Hachimura for the offensive foul, battling for position underneath. Under 4 minutes to play here in the second half. Gonzaga's offense alive and well, up by 13.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Investments, retirement, insurance.
A darn near perfect second half so far for the Gonzaga Bulldogs. They're up by 13. And Karan, they have missed only 3 field goal attempts in the entire second half.
Well, they got back to the basics. They start defending, something that you can control, your effort and energy on the defensive end. And then they start moving the basketball. And then shots begin to fall. And then they start playing off of one another, and the energy just took on a life of its own, and the momentum just started favoring the Zags.
They are shooting 84% from the floor. That would be a Gonzaga record if it finished that way. Last set in 1988 at 80% in a half. Hachimura called for the foul. There will be 2 shots upcoming. 84%, 16 of 19. Hachimura picks up the foul. James Bateman, 29 points on 8 of 13 last night, 25 points so far in this one. Bateman, the junior, has been one of the upper class leaders for this LMU team. Only 2 seniors, 2 juniors on the entire roster. So I'm sure Bateman excited to play that senior leader role next year when a couple of these freshmen and sophomore have matured another year. And give it one more go before his graduation. I know he worked very hard this offseason to take more of a leadership role, was in the gym all summer long for Coach Mike Dunlap, and he's been rewarded not only with playing time, but the results on the floor.
Yeah, Bateman is a guy that, came here with a purpose, showed a lot of leadership throughout the course of these 2 games. And, he tried to impose his will on this game as well and try to lead them to victory.
SportsCenter after UCLA USC on ESPN with Bucci and Anderson. They'll have all the highlights from Rockets Celtics, with Houston looking to extend the win streak to 15 games, plus post-game reactions from North Carolina Duke with Jay Billis joining the show, and a full recap of how the top quarterbacks performed at the NFL Combine. SportsCenter, 12:15 Eastern, 9:15 Pacific on ESPN as Rui Hachimura picks up his 7th point of the evening. Winner will take on San Francisco on Monday. Tomorrow is an off day for the West Coast Conference Tournament. And then we will have later tonight St. Mary's and Pepperdine, with the winner of that game taking on BYU in the semifinals. Norvell, the floater, and credit Zach Norvell, who has continued to be effective the majority of this second half, playing with 4 fouls.
That would have been a really tough shot. It was already difficult because it was a runner, but that would have been more difficult if he wasn't a lefty. Great body control by Norvell on that last possession.
Killian Tilly. A perfect night from 3 for Killian Tilly. 5 for 5.
A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be my neighbor?
24 points, 9 of 12 shooting. Answer on the other end by Zafir Williams. Tilly 8 straight games now with a 3-point make. Shot a spectacular 47% from 3 in conference play this season. And that percentage will be boosted with the 5 for 5 performance here tonight, as the Bulldogs, up by 15, 134 to go, will get some of their reserves some playing time. Jack Beach, Jakob Larson, Jesse Wade, Jeremy Jones checking in along with Corey Kispert, the freshman who we have seen a bit here in this game. The Gonzaga fans, a round of applause for these four: Williams, Norvell, Tilley, and Perkins.
Well-deserved round of applause for all those guys. Just, sticking with it, staying the course, and leading by example. Even when offensively things wasn't going as expected, they just stayed the course.
Chamora will take a seat, and some high fives as well. And a "This is our house" chant from the Gonzaga fans who have come down from Spokane and taken over the Orleans Arena.
You'll hear no chant back disputing it.
Nope. Three-pointer from Cameron Allen. You don't want to chant it too loud because then the Orleans starts asking for rent.
Pay your fare. So many teams here, men and women, and I couldn't believe the representation of, the Zags just all throughout the city, throughout the hotels. You see the apparel everywhere.
They travel well, that is for sure. And I'm sure they will be sticking around to Monday when Gonzaga will be taking on the University of San Francisco. And a standing ovation from the Zags crowd as the Bulldogs can dribble out the clock. (83-69) the final as Mark Few and Mike Dunlap shake hands. Gonzaga advances to the semifinals to take on USF. One more quarterfinal game to go. St. Mary's taking on Pepperdine in 20 minutes from now. As you look at the West Coast Conference updated bracket, the 1 and the 4 advance to the semis. BYU awaits the winner of St. Mary's and Pepperdine. That game is coming up next on ESPN2. It's an 83-69 victory for the Gonzaga Bulldogs over LMU. For Karan Butler and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Eric Rothman. Coming up next on ESPN2, it's Game 2 of our doubleheader here at the West Coast Conference Tournament, St. Mary's and Pepperdine. But first, let's get you back to the studio, boys.